hate it. Solace House. This is a cover pick. I have to know what this is because it looks very intriguing. Summer 1993, and university student Alex finds himself at the end
Some
of the
time ago.
when offered the chance to join students, including beautiful Mercurial Ella, clearing out Ella's house of its 20 residents left by recruitment former Edwin Flame, he accepts. Initially, the house seems ordinary.
Welcome
If
them
slightly
children.
resorting to the junk, they discover Flame's journals detailing his obsession with his missing mother, his discovery of a strange place called Be-Wise, and his belief in another parallel realm. With coded instructions for reaching it, one of the students becomes increasingly obsessed with the house's secrets and gaining forbidden knowledge, assuming they're willing to sacrifice everything and everyone. Like 600 pages? Yeah, I need that. Ooh, I need that real bad. Okay, Die For Me. Look at that cover. Are you joking? A stay up all night, smart, spicy romance following a doctor.
Well, thank you. What are you guys doing up so late?
He might not be much younger because I think he might be.
Okay, if you're at home, put an H, and if you're at work, put a W.
Male colleagues divorce their first wives to marry younger models. And then there's an abusive relationship she spent the better part of her early 30s healing from. Her passions are reserved for her best friend, her goddaughter, and her job. And she meets Julian.
Hey.
Beautiful, and 11 years teenager. In short, a bad idea. Julian pursues her in a way that sets off alarm bells, but she finds herself unable to resist their undeniable chemistry. Even starts fantasizing about him in dreams that feel all too real. They have a lot in common despite their age. Yeah. And then Sean starts exhibiting odd symptoms, memory lapses, a lack of restraint, persistent exhaustion, and they all trace back to Julian. Who or what is she falling irrevocably in love with? It's just tagged as romance, but I swear when I saw it on Instagram, it said paranormal romance. I'm pretty sure this is a paranormal romance. This one,
It does.
the cover is so good. But I don't like all the cats in the book. So I don't know what to do. I think this one I'm reading. So beautiful. And
Okay, hold on. I think I can fix it.
Maybe it is. I don't, it doesn't say historical. But that's like what she.
I'm gonna put my headphones in. Like I told you guys, I voice my microphone.
So that's an interesting way to break in the historical vibes without making it actually historical fiction. I could be into that because I love Victor Dorian Gray. Let's hope this synopsis sounds so good. Marion Wagner has spent her whole life wanting nothing more than to be seen. But after failing to make her mark as an influencer, she takes a job at a company focused on cutting-edge deepfake technology.
Some time ago.
And there, in secret, is where she creates her salvation, Isabella. An impossibly gorgeous girl. Marion's code is brilliant. Isabella seems real, so real that she's garnered millions of followers. We're excited to partner with her.
Is that better? Is it better? What it do, boo? Sorry, I just always want to say that.
I don't know. I don't know if that's really for me. Feels like maybe a kind of simple takeaway in the end. I'll see what other people say about it. This cover is my favorite cover of the year. It's my favorite cover of the year.
So I did a custom hat order for somebody yesterday. Do you guys want to see it?
I want my favorite book. I'm excited it's going to be my favorite book. I think it's so pretty.
I finished up 2 orders yesterday, actually.
Whistle Green is known far and wide for her ability to match mages with the perfect animal familiar. Though she doesn't possess any magic, she has a knack for
my dog is farting, and it is so disgusting.
Celebrating the tragic death of his last familiar, Bastion reluctantly seeks Willie's aid in finding a new partner.
I am not a stud.
Despite Bastion's excessive grumpiness, until the inexplicable happens.
Let me put on the pink hat so you know I'm not a stud.
Winnie's familiar. Impossible to deny the two agree to help each other to
Because I
solve
swear there's something like
wrong
with y'all. Okay, let me get the. Okay.
This is so cute. Next up, Italy's Gilded Arts.
Okay, so this was what I was doing yesterday. I did the hat, which looks like the hat that I have on right now. And then I made a scarf, a little circle scarf to go around, just like that. Because it's cold at night. And then this was the custom order. Red and white to match a jacket. Now must confront the literal ghost of the past as she unravels the mystery of what happened to her mother and why there's like a serial party posted night after night that only she seems to be able to see. With the help of her mother's best friend, Jordan Baker, we don't know that guy, Mel soon finds herself in a when the weather gets nice, I'm not going to stream outside in the cold. That's crazy. Has anybody ever had this cheese from Trader Joe's? It's really good. Do like Gwendolyn Kites. I don't know. Will I pick it up? I don't know. Our cut of salt. Where have you been, Lord? In this lyrical debut, 3 generations of Palestinian women must put the haunting of their ancestral home to rest before the secrets of the past drown them all. Yes, I sell them. There's something haunting Nahad's. Oh, let me put them on my Instagram. I'm gonna phone you guys. Strange noises come from within. The residents have mysteriously vanished without a trace. This is okay. Although Nahad has not returned to her home since the Nakba in 1948, she always held a place for the house in her heart, and in return, the house took the same for her. After Nahad passes away, her granddaughter Marina is determined to visit her grandmother's home after a lifetime being kept in the dark about her culture and family history. Marina's mother, Haifa, named for the city that was lost to their family, reluctantly agrees to her trip, though she knows firsthand that some secrets are better left buried. But the house is no longer a home. It's a painful, festering wound that has infected everything it touches. The more Marina digs into her family's past, the sicker she becomes. Despite Nahad's ghostly warnings, Haifa rushes to help her daughter. As the 3 women converge in their ancestral home, they must put the haunting to rest before the secrets of the past drown them all. Oh my god. Sell me your underwear. Ooh, there's 2 covers of this one. No. I prefer the one with the opening up. I think that is stunning. And we do have... Okay, so if you go to my business page, Unavailable Made, on Instagram, I'm going to post that in my story. A richly glittering debut about the interlocked fates of 2 women raised in world parts who must join forces on an extraordinary journey, diving leagues beneath the water's surface and straight into the fathomless heart of fear, forgiveness, and love. Goodness gracious. Okay, it's sci-fi. Good gracious, ass quotations. The small town she grew up in, wanting to become a marine biologist.
Every day, your chest lines will become more defined.
This stranger, May, says that her daughter has run away and insists that
if you do more than 80 kettlebell halos every day, your lower...
The entire valley and the town in it was flooded to make way for a dam, and the people in the town refused to leave. Now they're still beneath the lake. Self-proclaimed refugees in a world obsessed with change, connected and held apart by an intricate airtight system of tubes and sealed buildings.
This is cheddar cheese from Trader Joe's.
To find May's missing daughter, Anna and May must travel deeper and deeper under the water. Why would she? Well, she obviously had a reason to go down there.
It says milk from cows not treated with RBST.
Let's discover communities that have lived in isolation for decades.
Pasteurized milk, cultures, salt, microbial enzymes. Oh, my heavens are done. Like, why you keep going down? Where's my charger?
I cannot pronounce her name. For the women of her family, death always comes in.
I love the color combo of what the red and white. Yeah, it was to match a jacket. Okay, so my headphones will start charging. Yeah, I try to buy like real cheese, or like I get like Gouda cheese from Whole Foods, like it's from like Ireland and Italy and
shit like that.
Hate a well-written synopsis.
Because I know nothing in America is really what it says it is. If you didn't see somebody make it, it's not real. But
as fascination turns to obsession, two women drag each other into an academic horror of forgery, murder, and rage.
this doesn't taste like... I don't eat craft singles. I don't know.
Celia has spent her life
But this reminds me of when I get cheese from
once a jewel of women's higher education
like
south of school down holders on the
cheese. What do you call cheese butchers? Is that like... Yeah, I eat fancy cheese. Yeah, I pay like $5, $6, $8, $9, $12 for like a triangle cheese. This tastes like those cheeses, like actual sharp cheddar. Oh, thank you. I miss you off to college since you've been away. Yeah, I made this hat too. Let me show you the hats I made. I made kid sizes as well. So I have kid sizes available in some hats. So these are the ones I have left, or the ones I made like multiples of. So I don't know if you guys remember me wearing this hat. I'm trying to put it on straight. Wait. So this is the first one, and I actually have this same yarn in a different color. And now another 20 years later, Stephen King got like permission to have us passed from the family, like the family is like encouraging Stephen King to like finish out the trilogy. I have this one. Yeah, I have it, but this is like I bought this in a beauty supply store. I have this one. I have this one. This is the last one. And this camo. Excuse me. For years, her every need is stacks. Her every need is met. Stacks of healthy meals in the refrigerator, like combo. First time she goes free. She goes to the first contract. I don't know why I made this one so wide and so short. I should have made it a little longer. I don't know. This is somebody that has like locks or something. Yeah, because the hair will fill it out. I'll probably just give that away to somebody else. And then I made some headbands. I made a pink headband for the girls who have braids, or for the girls who always wear ponytails or updos or something. And then this is another headband. Their genetic abnormality. They like this opulent lifestyle. Oh, and then I have some baby hats, like blanket hats. I have two in this color. And I have a scarf. I have a scarf. Just like this. And then I sold the hat, so I'm about to make another hat. And then I have baby's hats in this like texture. Welcome to Christine.
power does not come free. There's a missing word. It comes from buying human souls. And the great demonic families have long been embroiled in the Cold War that could engulf the world. Isn't that pretty bloody? That's by Madeline Miller. Her, but it's just a little teeny novella. A cursed father, a gifted daughter. Mestra, daughter of the king of Thessaly, is gifted a unique ability by Poseidon, metamorphosis into any human fashion. Her father,
The headbands are 15.
punishment for disrupting the goddess Demeter.
So it's not on my website.
Devoted Mestra suggests giving her new gift to help the father, but it is hungry and bottomless. How much will he take from her?
Damn, should I add them onto my website? I kind of been thinking I want to take everything down off my website and do some like shuffling around of stuff.
The most charming woman on earth, and probably the most chaotic. Her mother is a world-class human rights lawyer and a law unto herself, whilst Julia currently spends her days joylessly tutoring the spoiled children of the uber-rich. As Julia tries to escape from modern gravitational pull and find her own calling in a homeland she's never visited before adulthood, she begins to wonder if she's running away or slowly turning into the woman she's trying to leave behind. Okay, Understory by Chloe Benjamin has a couple of different covers. Which one do you like better? I can't decide because I think the one like with the person or the scuba diving is
I have to just let it happen. Sorry about that second. Can you guys hear me? So the thing about the website is that it's kind of like custom because I need to know how big your head is. So you can write me a message on Instagram with your measurements.
Was the base, the station she's at.
And I can like just send you an invoice on PayPal.
Arc leads down a rabbit hole and into a world he can barely imagine. Can she persuade him to risk everything to fix the burden that hangs between them? To turn back the clock and live their story a second time? Okay, a second chance science-y romance. 500 pages. That sounds like the... Freya Marsky. I don't like any of Freya Marsky's covers.
Is this better? Nigga says she doesn't care.
I don't think she's getting good covers.
I said the thing about putting it online is that it's kind of custom.
Thing happening. Because I think maybe the synopsis could convince me to read this because I know it's like dark academia.
So that's why it's easier if you just like write me on Instagram.
Maybe Grey's Anatomy needs a deadly education. At the Academy of the Grand, I can't pronounce any of that. Every mage with the healer's gift has 5 years to master their power and to prepare for the infamous Grand Exam, a 5-day trial whose results will determine their entire future. The list of exam rules include: you will perform 5 practical cases. Your exam group is chosen at random. You pass together or fail together. It does not include, on the final day, your exam group will find a classmate's dead body in the exam hall. And as they will soon discover,
I need to find my lip gloss so I can stop licking my lips.
All have a connection with
I hate having chapped lips. I don't know how people leave these. So don't DM my personal page. DM unavailable maid. Because that's where I'm posting the hats.
For the homicides, El Casimano, author of Billy Donovan, has a little holiday like mystery romance written with Hannah Morrissey. So this says, welcome to Christmas. The town is called Christmas. Cozy and charming could be a backdrop of a Hallmark movie where crime is never in season and it's the holidays all year round.
They said write me an invoice.
Dad finding bicycle in the middle of the town nativity scene. The local police are out of their depth. After all, how do you find a criminal in town where crime doesn't exist? They're going to rely on Holly and Mark to solve the crime before the annual Jingle Bell Jubilee Festival. I guess they work in like...
No, not made, like MADE, like you made something. We ain't cleaning up shit.
Also,
one's called "It Looks Like You in the Dark" by Matilda Zeller. It says it's a propulsive, grab you by the throat indigenous horror. This author blends folklore and supernatural chills to explore all fearsome monsters that emerge when we turn our backs on the land and each other.
Yeah, but
Chita is newly out of high school.
I don't want to do what everybody else is doing.
In her village, where she's lived her whole life. Maybe that's why
If you want a hat with your borough name on it, you go right to Cap USA. You get one for $45 to $50.
That the hungry creature, the Kushtuka, appears to us in the form of someone we love, and will try to get us to follow it. Follow it where? Those who have gone no longer have throats to tell.
Oh, thank you. I love my nose too.
Okay, that sounds interesting. This one is another neon cover. Samantha Spook, Paranormal Wedding Planner. Samantha has spent her life trying to escape her family's legacy of supernatural chaos. She finally graduated and landed a nice normal 9 to 5 at an accounting firm. But when her grandmother, I think, dies, she's been named the executor, of her will, and now she has to go back and work at the job she never expected. Savvy might pull these weddings off in time to salvage her accounting career, but is she ready to say goodbye?
Yeah, I got a baby blanket in progress for somebody.
I think everything that we talked about here, for the most part, is a 2026 release, and I'm glad we got a whole bunch of horror announcements because the last couple times I made these videos, I got people commenting, being like, "Where's the horror? When the horror can be announced?" Most horror, I feel like, comes out in the second half of the year, even the final quarter of the year. And so I guess like all of the news doesn't come out about it until this part of the year. So there are definitely some things I'm interested in. And I think we figured out a lot here together. Let me know what you think of everything. If there's anything that I missed. There's always a playlist down below of the millions of episodes that I've done in the series. The last one was like 2 months ago now. So anything else that's piqued your interest, I'd love to hear about it.
I miss when you were selling hats. Oh, I will be selling hats this summer. Don't worry.
They use AI to recommend social posts for us. No guesswork. So we can basically just hang out. Reach more customers. GoDaddy Arrow Plus can. Upwork was the world's best freelance talent, right at our fingertips. We need an AI chatbot for customer service. Upwork's AI combs through thousands of freelancers to help match us.
Since our last was on, I started school today. I'm trying to get my Twitch working.
Love that for us. Get a match.
Yeah, it was lit because Harlem is just so rambunctious.
Welcome to another weird video where we just lie in my bed and talk about bugs. No, and the only note I have is good.
You fire, good luck and love from BK. Oh, thank you.
This was so fun. Oh gosh. I'm not ready to talk about this. Very convinced that she was just losing her
I
mind.
love to know what you're studying. How about y'all guess? Y'all could guess what I'm studying. What do I look like I'll be in school for?
We are doing our first monthly wrap up of 2026. And full transparency, it is the 26th of January. I do plan to continue reading. Oh my god. Wait, is it Tuesday? I do plan to keep reading for the rest of the week, but I'm preparing for my trip back home. So likely my reading will be a lot of DNFs, and just because my attendance band, you know the job, most of you. So I ended on a high note, and I felt like
Behavioral science, psychology. I am taking a psychology class.
what I read so far in January. I also have so many physical.
Yeah, baby blankets are good because like the family usually keeps them forever.
Very strange list. Some are recent releases. Some have been on my list for years, and I don't know why I haven't read them until now. Some are very odd. Some are very short.
This girl,
Yeah,
she reads 25 books a month. That is crazy. I thought I had free time.
Doing their thing.
Forensic science. That's a good one. Either cosmetology or business management. Originally, when I was going to college, it was for business marketing.
I might have actually finished the duology on my birthday too, so it is actually a December read. Time. What is time? Right? Yes. I can finally talk about it.
Sociology.
By Rebecca Ross. I got this one.
Somebody said backshotology. I don't think I need to go to school for that. I think I know. I think I passed the class.
I have read any other Rebecca Ross. I had the weirdest experience with this book because I remember when I got it, I started to read
Hey,
like
handsome.
the first chapter, and so I DNF'd it. I was like, you know what? It's not hitting right now. I will return to it later. And so for 3 years, whenever I thought about picking this back up, I had this very vivid memory of the first chapter, which was completely incorrect. I weirdly remember the chapter when I first picked it up. I remember it being like, this guy gets in a boat and he's trying to cross what is essentially like the river Styx or whatever, like into the underworld, into the afterlife. And once he got to the place, everybody
Thank you.
was like, he was dealing with ghosts.
I don't need glasses.
Wrong. All wrong.
I don't think so.
Know where that was coming from.
The words are really small, though.
That's what I thought this book was about. The first chapter, he does get in a boat, but not to the afterlife. So that's just like a weird hang up that I had for 3 years. That was completely imagined by me. So, thank you, Ray.
I'm from Harlem. Where you from?
River Enchanted. Yes. Yum. Delicious. This reminds me, if you like her style of writing that you saw in A Wild Reverence, if you haven't read A Wild Reverence, if you like Juliette Marie, which I've said many times, a very like lost in time, this just like ancient epic feeling.
Oh, yeah, you guys went into my. It's not homework, but it feels like it.
Named Jack, who has been summoned
Well, let me finish what I'm doing.
studying music on the mainland, and he is from this very strange island.
You can't imagine me with glasses?
To the mainland.
Hold on. I think I would look cute with glasses.
So many things. There are young girls that are being kidnapped or going missing. There are gods.
Let's see what we got right here. These are sunglasses. Yeah, cause they're too sunglassy. I got pictures of me with glasses on. Glasses with yellow tint make everybody look good. That yellow be just like reaching in and just pulling out the shine. I swear. Black frames or metal frames with that yellow gradient or the full yellow tint, eating it up.
Everything has to be done right now. But I did really like this. This is very character driven, which I love. You really fall in love with each character and they are very distinct and they just are complicated.
Nigga said those glasses look like you can see Mars.
Like I said, it's all about like music and magic and storytelling.
Well, where are you from in New York City? Because if you're from New York City but you're not from Harlem, then it's like you're from Manhattan. Like, I've never heard somebody say that.
Signifies this is going to be a good reading year. I'm hoping. This felt a little different from Divine Rivals. I think because Divine Rivals takes place in a very...
Damn, I wonder where the girls that I used to be friends with that are white in 3rd grade when I used to go to school downtown on Christopher Street. I want to know where they are.
They're so tied to nature. And it's
Gabby used to eat her own hair. She used to have long hair down to her butt, and she used to eat her own hair. I think she was like Italian or I don't know, Greek or something like that. Her mom cut her hair to like her ears, so she stopped chewing on it. And I went over to her house one day, and her mom was showing us all pictures of a girl in India whose stomach was filled with hair, and they had to cut it out, and it was like big as her head. It's like a hairball.
It was so fun. I'm already planning my next thriller that I'm going to read. Okay, The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I felt challenged by the universe because I live in Korea. This has been pushed so hard. The advertising around my city for this movie is dying.
Yeah, everybody was going hard for the Housemaid movie.
Challenging me to solve the crime, and so I rose to the challenge. Did I solve it before the ending?
No.
You can watch my video and find out. The Housemaid, Frida McFadden. I are lovers and haters of Freedom McFadden. I went in knowing
I haven't read a Freedom McFadden book.
I have one friend who reads.
Did anybody's girlfriend make them go watch Wuthering Heights? Or did anybody go see Wuthering Heights?
A lot of thrillers or what, but this seemed pretty obvious. It didn't feel very thrilling or exciting or new. I thought that the cast was also very small. I tend to like thrillers that have quite a few more people, so you genuinely wonder who done it. This just felt a little silly. There were quite a few plot holes. I, full disclaimer, know nothing about this, but apparently there is talk of this being very similar to another book that came out previously called The Last.
I ain't been out in a good year though. Last time I said I walked the whole St. Nick and Lennox like a fool.
Get yourself out of reading stuff, like it was very
Thank you. Hopped on the Metro North and kept it moving.
It was fun to read it with you guys.
You want to make a baby? River. It's Wuthering Heights. River Heights.
She applies to be a housemaid, and for reasons we will find out, she's pretty sure she's not going to get the job.
It's
so
a book.
She's hired, she's ecstatic, and she throws herself into the work. But the woman who hired her, the mom, is pretty insufferable, borderline, like emotionally and if not physically abusive. And as her actions get more and more absurd, we start to wonder if the housemaid should be fearing for her life. And it gets more and more complicated from there. Let's just say she has to live in an attic that has a lock only from the outside of the room. There you go. You can watch my full reaction. I truly read this not thinking it was going to blow me away, but there we have it. The Housemaid by Freedom McFadden. My first.
Yeah, it's always somebody famous around.
Next up we have a
low key. And you got the hood celebrities that feel like they bigger than life itself.
This was pitched as being enemies to lovers or academic rivals to lovers, dark academia, there are secret societies, it's natural university, etc. I was very excited for this. I was pretty let down, unfortunately. This follows our main girl.
I would have watched it on 1, 2, 3 movies. It's hilarious.
To this Ivy League school called Warren University. She is a freshman.
I haven't went on 1, 2, 3 movies in like years. That's like one of my favorite kind of dates is to go to the movies.
Scholarship, it was like this wonderful opportunity, right? And so she is throwing herself into work. I believe she is studying, she wants to be a lawyer, and she has this like insufferable boy in one of her political science classes, and the world just keeps throwing them together as much as she tries to avoid him, right? And what's weird
River Heights, stop. It's Wuthering. Did I? Oh, no, I haven't seen Keanu Reeves. No. I have seen, well, I wasn't in New York when I saw him, so I guess it doesn't count. I was in the mall. No, I was in Bergdorf, and I saw, what's the guy from Reading Rainbow? Reading Rainbow. It's crazy how he really shaped my life. I used to get in trouble, and I used to watch Roots. I'll pull out the DVD like, Mom, can I watch this? She'd look at me like, go ahead. You can't say no if your kid wants to watch Roots. Like, my name ain't Toby. You can't like, you gonna say no?
Very similar to Olivia Blake, in which she will go off on a tangent about something, or she will describe
Is that his name?
a really long time. And
I thought his name was, I'm not good with names. I'm lying. I ain't think shit.
In this book,
I don't even know what.
felt a little fillery, to be honest. It didn't really add to the story, and I felt like
today we're going to be making some alcohol. So make sure if you want to get abs, if you want to burn belly fat, if you want to improve your digestive system, if you want to improve your gut health, make sure to follow this recipe here. All the ingredients include aloe vera juice, cider, vinegar with the mother, pink Himalayan salt, ground turmeric, ground ginger, and cayenne pepper.
Okay.
Was good. But it ended up being like those conversations were the highlight of the book. And then
Reading Rainbow. They don't even have shows like that no more.
I don't know, fight
Literally just a different book every week. LeVar Burton, that was his name. Nigga said the homie from Star Trek. That was his name, LeVar Burton. I think I ran into him and his wife. Really nice guy. Very nice. And let me say this. I do not make it a habit of speaking to celebrities when they're outside in their regular life because I feel like it's not respectful. Nobody wants to be accosted all the time. But we were talking about colognes, and we were like, talking with the sales associate, and I was like, I'm so sorry, but I just have to let you know that, like, you made such an impact on my childhood. Let me let you know that. I know it might not mean much, but I didn't say that, but I thought that. And he was like, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. He's like, today's society and the way things are going. And we started having like that kind of conversation, like just about the differences from when he was growing up to when I was growing up to when kids are growing up now, and like, learning, and there's like a big advantage, but it's not being used the way it should be and stuff like that. Seemed like a very pleasant guy. And he was nice enough to entertain my conversation. So yeah, I don't get it. It's very rare that I even see like an actor or actress that I feel like, oh my God, I really love them. No. Although, okay, when I first was coming like onto the scene, like outside, hanging out, partying and shit like that, I had like the biggest crush on Mac Wilds, and I would not, like, he would come out and like some of my friends knew him, and I would just stand there like, but that's different because I thought he was fine. And then I used to watch like Miracle's Boys and The Wire. When you like an actor or actress and you like how they look, you kind of like take the better parts of the movies, shows that they played in, and you make up what their personality should be in your head, so to speak. And then to find out that he could sing, I was like, I wonder why it didn't work. And again, Julio didn't work either. My substitute bus driver for middle school. Like, it's a creepy thing. It's a gross thing. They just think it's okay because our hair is so in your face to like say, to like just out of the blue make weird comments. Like, I've never spoken to this man in my life, and he's like, "Hey, Red, how you doing?" Oh my God, I hate it. So I read that and I was just like, does she have a redheaded friend? Has she like it? Yeah, I don't know. It was just the most bizarre thing I've ever read. Like, why? No. So, just a PSA, authors, please. Tamia, Tyra Banks. Person who has, had a childhood of having creepy old people. Mac Wilds is an entertainer. I was in love with Marie, Tiara Marie. All right. So yeah, Arcane Inheritance. I think some people could like it. It was just a little too maybe dreamy for me. I didn't know you wear pink, Jeff. Before we really even understood kind of what the goal was of this book. I like who's our enemy? Who are we trying to take down? Like, how does magic work? How do ghosts work? Like, it was, I don't know. She's still talking about that book? Girl. Really get where we were going. Again, I think the ending was interesting. Anna Marie. At that point, I was just sort of like, Tamia, Grant Hill's wife. Oh, okay. It really took place to me How is business? You sell your hats. These hats that I'm making right now, no, I did not sell out.
I could very easily picture it. It just didn't pack the punch that I wanted it to. It wasn't quite academia enough, and it wasn't quite magical enough, and it wasn't quite mysterious enough. And yeah, it was lacking some.
Why can't we fall in love?
Give it a try.
Grant Hill, is that a basketball player?
Another physical book.
Is he like that really tall, high yellow? Not high yellow, but my color-ish, little lighter guy. Is that who that is? He's like a retired ball player now.
I was kind of thinking it could go either way. I thought this could be
Okay, yeah.
hilarious.
Damn, what's that guy's name? With the big bean head. He's about my color. He's also retired. Not Wilt Chamberlain. What's his name? He be on ESPN.
Oh my god, this was so amazing.
He's a ball player.
So I kind of went into this being like, oh, this could be good. No.
But whatever his name is, he was saying, yeah, I do. He was saying that Grant Hill's mom and dad were still working, even though he signed like the first $100 million contract. And her advice to him, Charles Barkley, yeah, there we go. Charles was saying that she had sat him down because he was like, "Why are you still working?" And she was like, sit down, let me talk to you. And she was like, once people ask you for money, they never ask once. And once you give it to them, they'll always ask again. She said, what did she say? She said that the first time you tell somebody no, you'll always be the villain, and it'll always be fuck you after that. No matter how many times you do good by somebody, the one time you put your foot down, things go haywire from there. If you start taking care of your friends and family, you'll always be taking care of your friends and family. If you let them quit their jobs and be dependent on you, they'll never stop being dependent on you. They will always depend on you. You will become their sole parent, really, support system. I don't know what to call it. Yeah. Blow you a kiss? Give me a tip. Send me some flowers. Do something. Don't just ask me for shit. Yeah, every time somebody asks me for something, I'm gonna ask y'all for something.
And so yeah, she enters into this like
nigga said depend on me, boo. So send me some money. Depend on me. Okay. Yeah, y'all be saying that until you paying the rent or the mortgage, the car note, the insurance, the cable, the phone bill, the preschool bill, all of that. Then you like, why you don't want to get a job? You said depend on you. I am providing a home life that is safe and peaceful for you and my child as well as myself.
There are mortals with magic. There's a hierarchy within the magic. I really just didn't care, and I didn't get it, and it was just a little bit too, like I said, like a Tamlin Sand coded situation. Yeah, I literally got.
I've been said cancel my membership. What are you guys talking about?
Gladiator vampire that gave me nothing. Oh my god, I will do anything to help my sick brother except for marry a guy who has a plan to move us to safety and help us. There it is. We who will die. If you enjoyed this,
I just want to say, right, for my people that are not avid readers,
because some people said that like this renewed their faith in romanticy, and I just.
So do you miss your buddies on the strip where you was selling hats at? I speak to bunnies sometimes. We write each other on Instagram or send each other little videos and shit.
Anyway, enough of that. We who will die, I will not be continuing the series.
Excuse
There
me.
you go. And then after that, I knew I needed to
You know how you watch a movie and a character is like just so hell bent on doing everything wrong and putting themselves in every type of danger and avoiding the people that are there to like really help. When you read that in a book, it's even worse.
This is about a woman who, have you ever seen those shows on like TLC? It's like, I'm in love with a roller coaster. And it's like a woman who is romantically and sexually attracted to like a roller coaster. Heard of those? Anyway, that's our main girl, except she is attracted to airplanes. Her goal in life is to die in a plane crash because that would happen because as she's riding on the plane will recognize her as its soulmate and will want to like become one with her and thus crash and like they become one. Okay, I went into this book knowing this. Okay, as someone who is fascinated, not in the same way as our main character, but I'm fascinated by airplanes. I am an anxious flyer. I fly a lot. I'm just like if there is a plane flying over my head, I am aware of it. I felt oddly connected to this character, but also she was truly like another level. I ended up devouring the first probably 60% of this book. I got quite bored by like the second third of it, but I finished it. I liked how it ended. This is really about like people who are lonely. Yeah, just like literally every character was just lonely and like dealing with things in a different toxic way. I bet everyone's
Sorry now that they're in Dubai. Why? Dubai has like a US Open right now or something like that. I mean, it's not a US Open, it's called the Dubai Open, but I didn't know they had that up there. I would love to like watch.
Weird girl, lit thick with a lot of. Don't read it before you're taking a flight. I will say. But yeah, it wasn't a waste of my time. It wasn't necessarily my style, but hey, it kind of rattled me out of a reading slump. That is skydiving. Next up, I read Once and Future.
No, this is how they all start. They all start small.
My library holds. February is going to be so insane because every book I want to read is available soon currently. So January was kind of, that's why I was reading a lot of physical books, is because my e-library holds were just like sitting there. They're all going to come in February. So yeah, I was kind of like picking up anything I could get my hands on. So,
I'm not gonna lie, you guys just might have gave me an idea.
Right? Which could be anything. I don't really know what I could be going into with this cover. But I saw the reason how this book even got on my radar is I saw somebody talking about an alternate cover that they saw of it. I don't think this was posted by the author.
You guys might have just gave me an idea. What if this was just like a little headband for like a little girl or for like, I'm gonna try that out and see if I like that idea.
Or something like that. And I was like, what are those? Like, what is this book? Why is our princess wearing Nikes? I must find out. Turns out this is a time travel King Arthur story. Gonna be real, this wasn't my style. It has nothing to do with the actual writing in the actual book. It just didn't
That just
fit.
gave me an idea.
It was a taste thing. This wasn't going to hit for me personally, even though I do love King Arthur retelling. This is about a girl who's living in the UK. Present day, she works at her mom and dad's like bed and breakfast, and she's pretty lonely. You know, she doesn't have that many friends. She recently lost her boyfriend, who was really like the only person that she really connected with. He passed away tragically, so she's
Gotta write this down
but she really doesn't have anyone out
before I lose
there.
it.
Even though she's never moved in her life, and she lives in a small town, like just nobody seems to connect with her. It's almost as if they like don't remember her sometimes. And that's when one day this man walks into their bed and breakfast and is like, "Hey, girl, it's time." Basically, she is Guinevere, King Arthur's wife. But somebody tried to kill her, and her wounds were so serious that Merlin decided the only way to save her life was to like
send her to the
life
future.
in the future. future. So she became a baby again and grew. And now that she is the same age that she should have been when she was murdered, he's gonna bring her back to the correct time. And she is like already married to Arthur. Like she's just being plopped in the middle of the King Arthur myth. And they need her to go back there and recover her memories because the person that murdered her is some crazy witch. And they think that she murdered Guinevere because Guinevere knew some kind of
You guys gave me a really good idea just now.
I'm not explaining this very well.
When am I gonna become a mother? I think that you should be focusing on like when am I gonna become, I don't know, a doctor, a lawyer, a wife. There are other things? No? Okay. Okay.
So she has like a bookshelf of like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. So her and Arthur bond over Lord of the Rings, and she was running every day with Lancelot in her Nikes. Why did she come back as a baby? Like I was too hung up on like the world building, time travel aspect of it to really get into the story. I don't know if that sounds intriguing to you. Like again, truly on a taste level, it just wasn't for me. But a lot of people really enjoyed it, and there were definitely points that were funny. Like I thought that Lancelot was quite funny. I thought that Arthur was a pain in the ass. Sorry. And you kind of but
I have a project to work on.
a lot of time travel questions I had were not answered.
Thank you for that.
What can I say? So that is a Once and Future Queen.
My doctor, lawyer, wife is pregnant.
It's got all the characters, but yeah, just not for me. Not for me, not today. After that, really quickly, one that I didn't finish, but I enjoyed it. Like, I'm glad that I tried starting to read it. It was just a little bit too long for me. For some reason, I picked up The Hearth and The Eagle. This is one of those situations where.
So I've been having a problem. My audiobooks I'm flying through. My Kindle books I'm striving through. But the physical books is taking like a hit right now. For real. And it's hard for me to do it while I crochet too.
They find out that Salem sucks, and they try to find a different place to settle and live in. It's really about just these women whose lives are like thrown around by irresponsible men, and they really like lock in and try to make the best of it. And like it's always the women who are saving the day. Read about the Puritans who came over, especially because our family, the people that we are following, they are not religious at all. So they are very much outsiders in terms of like the Puritans being cuckoo. So they can kind of look at this colonization effort from a different lens.
I could listen to audiobooks while I'm crocheting, while I'm on the train, or, while I'm at the gym. I like to read my Kindle when I'm outside or when I'm going like on a dinner date or when I don't get to have like a big bag with me. I don't really like to have in headphones all day. So I'll play my audiobooks like while I'm cooking. Like if I was just sitting here by myself watching, and I wasn't like watching YouTube, I would just be sitting here like with nothing on, just the audiobook on like speaker or playing from my laptop while I finish out these orders. Or I would be listening to audiobook while I'm in the club actually, because sometimes I be bored, or I read my Kindle while I'm in the club. I was bringing physical books to the club. However, one club like banned me from doing that, which was crazy to me. Because people was giving me money. Like, what? She's mad smart. Like, here, come here. Just because it was like, they could say, like, yo, this girl's reading a book, and I was tipping her, and she was still dancing. Like, I would, no. If I'm going on a date, I'm going to bring my Kindle, because, like, in the car and stuff, like, yeah. Especially if it's somebody that I know. Like, if it's a first date, then no, I won't bring my Kindle. No, I will, because, I don't know, I have this weird thing. Like, I know it's really nice for a guy to come and pick you up, but I don't need everybody knowing where I live. So I will kindly take an Uber. You can, like, reimburse me or whatever if you feel, But Excuse me. So yeah.
Because we were founded by the Puritans who wanted complete control. We have been
But
society since
yeah, if I'm gonna go, like, I went to go meet my friends the other day at SCK and I took the train. It's like, yeah, I'm bringing my Kindle in my bag because it's small and I could carry it. My Kindle actually fits in all my evening purses. I love that. Love that.
There you go. Next up, we reach
So
I'm so excited to tell you about
love that.
this is a standalone. This is a fantasy.
No, I don't pull out a Kindle on the date. Now, if I'm on a date with somebody that I know and they're like, oh, so what are you reading? I'm pulling out my Kindle. And I'm going to show what I'm reading. I might like want to talk about like the parts that I highlighted, the quotes that I like, something like that. But
Of the story, and she is a
yeah.
Swan, which is this mythical creature that is both a beautiful woman and she can turn into a swan. They are cursed where when they fall in love, they basically sign their life. When they fall in love, they suddenly have like.
So let me show you how big my Kindle is. Where is it?
Control whether or not they can turn into a swan or a woman, etc. Like can essentially trap them in whatever body they want.
Okay. Is it? Was it in here just now? Yeah. This is my Kindle. And it also has pictures of me on the back. This is my Kindle. This is my phone. So you see why.
Veritas swans, they have $7. And these swans, their magical power is that when they sing, anyone who hears it, they can then compel that person to speak the truth. Our warlock sets up all of his daughters with really advantageous marriages, and they use their power to end up like toppling kingdoms and winning wars and conquering and just being these like powerful, stunning women. Except for our youngest daughter, who for some reason her song is really ugly and disturbing. She doesn't seem to have like the wings and the things that she needs to be like on par.
I'm bringing a blow-up doll. I don't think the blow-up doll's gonna eat the food.
Which is a human sacrifice to make himself immortal. When she learns this, she's like, oh hell no. But I draw the line. Okay, I know daddy isn't perfect, but like this is too much. She runs away and runs to the only place where she can be safe, where her father can't chase her, which is the royal palace that has a ward where her father, the like warlock of the kingdom, cannot come in. It just so happens that when she arrives, they are starting a like bachelor-esque competition, a very like selection-esque competition to find our royal prince a bride. For reasons we will find out, his bride, whoever he chooses, is also likely going to try to kill him. So instead of our main girl joining the competition as a competitor, as a bride, she instead enlists herself as kind of his advisor because she has the ability to get him to tell the truth. And so she can kind of figure out which girl is actually in love with him and which girl just wants to kill him and get his throne. Okay? So he is protecting her secret and hiding her from her father. She is protecting him from these bloodthirsty women. It's cute. Okay? Loved the side characters. Didn't give a shit about the prince, I will say. And the story was fine. Like I said, it felt very grim fairy tale. Like it was very dark. It was very bloody. Everyone's trying to kill each other all the time, but like in a loving way. I don't know how to explain that. What I really like.
Everyone is trying to kill everyone all the time, but in a loving way. You keep asking me if I'm gonna be outside in the summertime. It's not summer yet, so you won't find out. How about that? Stop asking me. You've asked me that at least 6 times. Either you're hard of hearing or I don't know.
It's a lot. That's why I think this isn't going to hit for everybody. But for me, I felt like my imagination.
But I would appreciate you stop asking me the same question over and over. If you did not hear your answer, that is on you.
I just felt like this was really whimsical.
You want to see me on a... I don't like stuff like that.
Gorgeous romantic. Because the relationship was just like, it was more like instead of falling in love, they were like falling in friend. And that's fine. I
do not like stuff like that.
Yeah, I had a really good time. I
Well, damn. Yeah, you keep asking me the same question. I am a human being, a person who can be annoyed. It's possible. I know. It's like, oh my God, she's not perfect. No, she's not. Yeah, I have flaws.
Gothic vampire horror novel. This is icky. There's a lot of like really gross descriptive scenes. So
Okay, you guys gave me an idea, and I don't have a glue gun, but
once you realize where it was going, I was sort of like, okay. But I thoroughly enjoyed reading it all. We essentially follow our
I can still do this.
called back to her sister's home because her twin sister is apparently dying. Her sister has known to have gone through what we think is like postpartum depression and things like that before, so we're very concerned. It seems like this though is different and much more serious, and her husband basically in the letter is like, you better get here quick before she dies. Like this is it. And our main character has been a bit concerned for a while based on the
Blood on her tongue.
from her sister that are more and more manic, and she seems to be really obsessed with this woman that she found in the bog.
You can definitely do reality TV. Yeah, no, but I don't want to be fighting on television and stuff like that. Like, I kind of like housewife, basketball-wise TV a little bit better than the ratchet reality TV. Just because, you know, it's like, the point is to like shit on another person in a way that's not so, you know.
And of course, maybe as we're examining her, maybe I get a little cut and some blood of mine drips in her mouth. And then all of a sudden I start being haunted by this one woman. And I'm losing my mind. And I'm really thirsty. Not for water.
I need to get an external hard drive, guys, because my computer is so full and I can't take the videos on my computer hard drive anymore.
Looking for tax help? Now there are TurboTax experts right in your neighborhood. They get to know your unique situation and get you every dollar you deserve.
Yeah, Married to Medicine, you
So hand
know.
off your taxes to a local
Like, those
TurboTax
shows are
expert
like
today.
a little different, you know what I'm saying? And I love looking at the black doctors.
You see where this could be going? So yeah, we follow her as she deals with her sister who may be becoming a vampire. And yeah, it's just sort of about like the love of sisters, probably definitely patriarchy. And yeah, I just kind of it took a lot of turns that I didn't think it was going to. And yeah, I don't think it would be a favorite, but it certainly held my attention the whole time. It felt pretty new. I've read a lot of these like gothic vampire stories. Like I read Hearthstone last year, and I'm trying to think of what was the other one.
My brain moves way, way too fast. I can have an idea, and I've already figured out how to make it into like a 5-year plan. And as great as that may be, imagine every fucking idea you have is a 5-year plan. It gets very overwhelming, very woosah, focus. But yeah. So, all the stuff I make, I will be posting inventory changes daily on my Instagram. So, if you want to see what I'm posting, it'll be on there, or what I have, or what I've made. Some things I do just make because I like the colors and I want to try it out. Other things I do make because people have asked me to make them. I feel like I got a piece of hair stuck on my nose ring. Like it's itching my face. I don't want my nose ring to fall out because I'm rubbing it. Okay, I don't know where my scissors just went. Maybe I'm sitting on them. Nope, but I am sitting on the hook though. Oh, they're right here in front of me. When can I order the boxers?
Heads of large corporations are assassinated. And we learn more about this rebel group that is essentially really pissed that the people who destroyed the planet are still somehow
Do I think
right? Like all these
what is a good thing?
are now the head of like the Clean Air Act and like yay on that. But like
7 levels of consciousness, 7 spiritual laws to quiet your internal dialogue. Okay, understood.
And as we go through the novel, we suspect more and more that she is the head of a huge part of this quote-unquote terrorist organization. Things I liked about it, I always
I'm really sorry if you guys can't hear me too.
of how we could have a world, a lot of this things in New York, New York is constantly getting hit by these massive hurricanes. What do we do about that? How do we evacuate people? What do we do with the infrastructure that is there? Like create seawalls and things like that. I like the descriptions of like how is life now. But in terms of the questions that they raised, and like certain things that were put in there, like the main girl has this very strange eating disorder. I felt like things weren't wrapped up. Questions weren't quite answered. They brought up a lot of interesting questions, especially
Why do I always wear a string? You mean beads around my waist? At this point, it's just a comfort thing. I'm so used to it. I've had them for years, since I was like in high school.
Yeah, just how we need to change the structure of our society in order to genuinely survive as a species. So I liked a lot of it, but it left me feeling very unsatisfied. I would say it exists, and if you're interested, looking for another kind of climate change thriller, that is called The Great Transition. The next book, I'm gonna sound crazy because I genuinely cannot describe this book, and I went into it knowing that because I saw a review of it, and the person said I genuinely cannot explain this book, and it's better if you go in knowing nothing. I say the same to you. This is called The Lid. Little book. This was pretty short, I believe. We start off with siblings. We never know their ages. It was very confusing because both of them talk quite maturely. We know that the younger sister is supposed to be young and like very just intelligent.
I'm sorry, guys. Hold on one second. I'm about to come look at what y'all saying.
Their aunt is very sick somehow. And so their mom goes to
Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom. Who made that? Why did they make that? Was that like a kid thing? So I have this strip right here. It was gonna be a hat, but I am having an idea. This is not staying in. It just keeps slipping out my ear. Okay.
Exploring the neighborhood that they live in, we start to see other circles of red painted around things. We start to find other people who are seeing.
Okay, I'm just gonna take pictures as I do what I'm doing.
We learn that there is a very serious grid that everyone should be living on. It's a very
John, can you pull your ego out your butt? That's what I read.
Strange society, but you get nothing. You get no details. It's basically we're just following these two siblings as they live in this home, and there are like horses in the back that they visit sometimes.
There we go.
I don't want to give you any more than that. I actually really enjoyed it. This is supposed to be part of not a duology, but I believe there's supposed to be like a companion novel to this coming out this year, maybe. I don't know why, but it scratched a really interesting part of my brain that I liked. I don't think everyone would like it though. You really had to be okay with reading and understanding nothing. In my notes, I don't want to give too much, but let's just say it's about a world.
That's perfect.
Everybody is on a database.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep it just like that. Because that is fucking adorable. I think I figured something out.
Yeah, I don't know. I just really enjoyed it. It was a lot of like defining words, and because it was through the eyes of these two young-ish people, the way that they saw things and described things was really fun. Yeah, it really is an indescribable book that you should go into knowing nothing, and you will come out knowing nothing as well. So that is Liv. Personally, really like it. Can't wait to see what the companion novel could be. That is.
I'm sorry, are you acting like you dropped me off?
House of Splinters. I actually bought this when I was in Edinburgh from Type Wrong Books. Instead of typewriter, it's Type Writer, I think it is. So I really like it.
Excuse me if I'm not paying your hairy ass no attention, because I might have found something that's gonna make me millions. Get the fuck out of here.
And the dedication page was for the readers of Silent Companions with heartfelt thanks. Okay, that's neat. Like, thank you. As I start reading this, I'm like, am I having deja vu? Am I going insane?
Good morning, guys.
Prequel to the Silent Companions. So my memory is weak, as you know. I remember absolutely bare bones about the Silent Companions. So to me, this book felt a little bit like I was just rereading the Silent Companions, but I actually really liked
This is so cute. Smart too. Microwave grass is.
Is the heir to like his ancestral seat. It takes place in the UK. His dad is like a lord or something. So he
Why
has
does it keep
like
leaking?
a big ancestral home, and then he's kind of like in charge of the state, right? So they need to move there to do his duty
Oh, thank you.
as a land-owning individual.
Is the hat purposefully bisexual colors? No.
And it is creepy and weird. His wife is trying her damnedest to make this a livable home. She had a really good experience. She's been to the bridge once before when she gave birth, because like every boy, every baby has to be born at this castle. She remembered being like really haunted and scared. And everyone kind of knocked that as like she's, just had her first child, a bit crazy, but she just can't shake it. And when her son starts to
Oh.
see things and get oddly attached to
Because that was funny.
painted life-size characters, she gets more and more.
Because it was funny. Like, she kept laughing every time you opened your legs. Because it was like, I felt vulnerable.
Things just fall apart really fast. So I actually really liked this. I genuinely had such a good time. It just wasn't super different from Silent Companions.
After an all-time great year for horror in 2025, 2026 is shaping up to keep the momentum alive with an impressive lineup of high-profile releases. Earlier in the year, We Bury the Dead. 28 years later, The Bone Temple and Return to Silent Hill kick things off with zombies, post-apocalyptic terror, and psychological horror. Fan-favorite franchises returned with Scream 7, Ready or Not 2, Evil Dead Burn, and Terrifier 4. Big IP adaptations like Resident Evil and ambitious reimaginings like The Bride add variety, while Robert Eggers' Werewolf closes the year with a chilling historical take on werewolf lore. Together, these films prove 2026 could rival or even surpass horror's recent golden age. After an all-time great year for horror in 2025, 2026 is shaping up to keep the momentum alive with an impressive lineup of high-profile releases.
I read Small Boat, which has been on my list for a very long time. I just kind of needed to be in the right headspace for it. Never going to be in the right headspace for it. If you're like me, waiting, There's never a time. Small Boat is based off of a true story where there was a case of refugees trying to get from France to the UK, and their little boat, if you can call it that, like essentially a raft, broke, capsized, and nearly 30 people died. The French Coast Guard knew, they received many calls about, like, our boat is sinking, we need help, but they were close enough to, like, English waters that, like, oh, they're the English Coast Guard problem. But the English Coast Guard never came to get it. Was just like a horrible, horrible situation. Where literally, we knew that people were drowning for hours, and no one sent help. And so the book consists of two POVs. Mainly, our main POV is the French Coast Guard, who is at the receiving end of these phone calls, and she's being interrogated by the police to figure out why she didn't give a shit. Like, why did she lie? She said help is on the way. But my feelings in the microphone. Why was there a boat that could have saved them? And she told them, like, hey, don't bother. They're going to be in English waters soon. You know, it was so hard to
A MacBook Neo? What the fuck is that?
Her argument is that her job is to be impartial. Her job is to not care. If a billionaire's yacht is sinking, she should give him the same amount of care as, like, a boat full of 50 men, women, and children, refugees, right? She's like, I'm not supposed to put one person in there.
Imagine thinking Scream is a good franchise, laugh my ass off. One is good and that's it. I think Scream has had some, like, whoa there, but I think Scream has been a good franchise.
And they don't take a lot of time to crochet either, so without further ado, let me demonstrate the recipe to make these scrunchies. So to make these scrunchies, I'm going to use the Friends Cotton yarn by the brand Hobby. It's 100% cotton and it's a fine yarn. I'm also going to use a 3.5mm hook. You're also going to need a hair tie, a darning needle, and a pair of scissors. So before we start, I suggest to use the recommended hook size for the yarn you're using, or a crochet hook of 1mm. So it's better for your stitches to be looser than really tight together. So let's get started with the tutorial. Alright, so before we start actually crocheting, we have to figure out how much we have to chain to make our scrunchie. So to do that, we're going to grab the hair tie we're going to use for the scrunchie, and we're going to make a slip knot. So to do that, I roll my yarn on my two fingers, making an X shape like this. So I pass my hook underneath here and grab the yarn over here. Turn your fingers and take them off and pull. And then you can pull again to adjust it to your hook. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to make single crochets all over our hair tie. So you're going to grab your hair tie, insert your hook in it, yarn over and pull through. You have two loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through two. You have your first single crochet here. So again, insert your hook in your hair tie, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two. Insert your hook in the hair tie, yarn over.
Hold that thought, girl. Oh, my camera. My light is on. Love is being vulnerable. A MacBook from the Matrix. That was good. That was good. A MacBook from the Matrix.
So let me tell you about it. Alright? The Poet Empress takes place in a kind of fantastical China, and most of the people
That was really good.
suffering from a famine. And so our main girl is just this normal daughter of a farmer, and she's just seeing everyone in her village die of starvation. Right? She's got a little brother, is pretty much only surviving because her dad is giving up half of his rice porridge for dinner every day, even though he's like working the fields and stuff like that. They're all sacrificing everything for the children, and even then the children hanging on by a thread. So when our big girl learns that the crown prince, the prince who is going to become the emperor, is
Well, Auntie Jemima finally speaks.
she sees an opportunity because
I know I got an apple head. Damn, one of my friends used to tell me that all the time. I'd be like, I don't have no apple head.
She wants to get in somebody's ear to have her brother get into a school where he can be like fed and educated and have a chance at a good life, things like that. So she's risking it all for the family. And this prince is known to be viciously violent. Just if you forget to bow at the correct angle, he kills you. If you forget to laugh at his joke, he kills you. If you do laugh at his joke and he didn't want you to, kills you. A deadly evil prince. Okay, but that doesn't matter. Right? She would
Okay, let me keep
knowing that maybe
posting.
for her troubles.
I gotta post the rest of the hats.
So she somehow kind of like tricks her way into becoming a concubine, and we follow her as she gets to know the prince, who is, deathly evil, tortures her every single night, kind of thing. And as she's living in the palace, she's exposed more and more to magic, which doesn't really exist in her village. And magic in this kingdom is performed through poetry. So you have to like write a poem with intention.
Here we go again. What?
But you basically write spells, essentially, with their poems. And our main girl learns about something called a heart spirit poem, which is essentially a killing spell, which would be great. It would be great if somebody killed this evil man who tortures me every night and is about to become emperor.
An evil man who tortures me every night.
This killing spell, it needs to be written with both hatred but also with love. So she needs to find it in her heart to love this seemingly monstrous man. And so she makes it her mission over the course of a year, if not more, to learn everything she possibly can about this prince, how he came to be so evil, so that maybe she can understand him and come to love him and kill him when the time is right. So a lot of this book is actually flashbacks to the prince's childhood. It's very sad and violent, violent in many ways. So there is a content warning in the beginning, and I recommend you reading it if you need it. I think because of its graphic scenes, because there is, like I said, many different kinds of violence, I think that it made it be categorized as an adult book. But
what's that song? What do I do? All my ladies, I be giving it up. What I do, my love for you.
Is supposed to be the hero of our story. I feel like I didn't know much about her. I actually didn't like a lot of the things that she did. And I think that maybe that's part of the message is, the world pushes us to be monstrous. Does that make us monsters? If we do monstrous things, can we ever come back from that? Things like that. I get it, but I wish I understood our main character more. I really left understanding the prince more, but I did think the ending was very clever and very unexpected, and I appreciated that. I just kind of went into it wishing for more poetry or like even more love. In fact, we had very little scenes actually of the prince and our main girl together, other than him torturing her. Yeah, I'm not sure. It just like didn't quite give me anything that I wanted. Like there wasn't a whole lot of magic. There wasn't a whole lot of love. There wasn't a whole lot of building our main character. There wasn't a whole lot of poetry.
Oh my god, yeah, I saw some.
I fear my expectations.
Jara was pillow fighting. Would I feel safer? I don't know them people. So I can't say. I don't want to say I feel safer around anybody. And the reality is they don't give a fuck about me. They don't give a fuck what happened to me. All right. I found you, Miss New Booty. Get it together. Okay. If I was a wire. Oh, it's on the floor. Get it together and bring it back to me. Oh, that was funny. Oh, her little brother is an idiot. That's not nice. That's not nice. Oh, y'all remember that video? And I was doing that, talking to you funny, because we got something to talk about. Y'all remember that, right? Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that?
It's about a boy who is born.
States, because a city hotel is right for some, but not quite right for others. Find exactly what you're looking for. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
FDA-approved weight loss injections cheaper, so you can see weight loss results.
Am I pregnant? Don't. I'm just fat. I'd rather you ask me like where I gain weight at than ask me if I'm fucking pregnant.
Not one, but two hormones to work harder. Weight loss faster, confident. See if you qualify. I'm gonna teach you how to crochet this scrunchie. Take an elastic. I chose a dark red one to match my scrunchie. Then make a slip knot. This is in any hook. Then you're gonna need to insert this loop into your elastic. So just grab it with your hook and insert it in. Make sure not to work with the end of the yarn. And now just chain one. The next step is to make single crochets inside the elastic. So you kind of have to go around it with your hook and finish your single crochet. I made 35 single crochets in total for this elastic. You can make as many.
Why am I so slow?
Give me my brother back. They both immediately fall in lust.
Happy birthday, Lena.
Okay, I don't want to go too far into it because honestly, how it unfolds. Scrunchie. Then make a slip knot. This is the easiest way to make a slip knot without using any hook. Then you're gonna need to insert this loop into your elastic. So just grab it with your hook and insert it in. Make sure not to work with the end of the yarn. And now just chain one. The next step is to make single crochets inside the elastic. So you kind of have to go around it with your hook and finish your single crochet. I made 35 single crochets in total for this elastic. You can make as many single crochets as you want. The goal is just to hide the elastic. However, I like to stretch the elastic by the end a little bit so that I can add more stitches. Then just slip stitch into the first single crochet and chain 3. Then you just place 3 double crochet. Then make a slip knot. This is the easiest way to make a slip knot without using any hook. Then you're going to need to insert this loop into your elastic. So just grab it with your hook and insert it in. Make sure not to work with the end of the yarn. And now just chain one. The next step is to make single crochets inside the elastic. So you kind of have to go around it with your hook and finish your single crochet. I made 35 single crochets in total for this elastic. You can make as many single crochets as you want. The goal is just to hide the elastic. However, I like to stretch the elastic by the end a little bit so that I can add more stitches. Then just slip stitch into the first single crochet and chain 3.
teacher.
Sorry. Like I said, Brady's so dumb. Oh, thank you. I forgot how to do fucking single crochet.
Going on. I don't really want to say too much more, but it's like
This is strange to me.
a priest.
Crocheting around something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've never done that.
With a Catholic church and
I'm moving while I'm doing it. Definitely never done that.
on her tongue, Glyph, House of Splinters, Small Boat, Lord of Scoundrels, some books that I really, really love. A Poet Empress enjoyed. Not too bad. If I don't say so myself. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on those. Let me know what you're currently reading. I have a bit of a dilemma.
My nail stylist tells me I'm talented every time I see her. She's like, this girl is so talented. I just be like, yeah.
I'm hoping a lot of those pages are illustrations, but I really want to read it. Has anyone read it? I have it. Like, it's not a library loan. I don't need to worry about returning it. If you've read it,
Okay, I'm doing it though. I'm doing it. It's coming out. I should go get my other light. Hold on. Let me get my other light so y'all can see me. 1 second. I know my dog be like, what is this bitch doing? Why this bitch don't go lay down? So I could go lay in the bed. Well, he can't lay in my bed, but like, so that he could lay in his bed in my room too. So I went to this bookstore that I normally go to, and they had like this like March 2026 list of events. And then on the back, this is so pretty. And I wish I would have known this. I would have been collecting all of these. Ooh. There we go. Okay, so now y'all can see what I'm doing. I have a French bulldog. Oh gosh, and he's having the worst gas.
See you then. Two new restaurants while running five other restaurants. So we turned to Upwork. We found freelance pros to help with branding, visual menus, even AI tools to streamline operations. It was fast, affordable, and honestly, a huge weight off our shoulders. Through platforms like Upwork, we found some freelance creatives who absolutely nailed our logo. Let me show you. Look at our logo. They also help our menus. Where's our menu? You look amazing. What's really nice is that you only pay for what you need. There's no overhead. There's no long-term commitment. That kind of flexibility is what small business owners need.
The truth is, small business owners can really do big things. You just have to know how to get there, how to accomplish it.
Asking for help is one strategy that we use all the time. Trying to build a small business.
It didn't even last 5 minutes.
Don't let a small team or small budget stop you. Post your job today at Upwork.com.
It didn't even last 5 minutes. Yeah.
Texas is feeling hungry. Now Texas is open door to new TurboTax stores. Meet our experts. They do your taxes, so you can walk out with confidence. Now this is Texas.
his case, not strong enough for me, Your Honor. Like, the more that I think about it, the angrier I get about this book. This could be my last video, guys, honestly. Oh, hello. Welcome to another reading wrap-up. My name is Carrie. Thank you for being here. November.
John Wayne Gacy.
November.
Time to go.
What a month. I was in Ireland for half of it. I was back here trying to get my life back together. It was a wonky month. I've got some rants coming. I've got some books that pissed me
Get
off
'em.
this month.
Sorry.
I've got books that I think are
I want to have a
surprising.
roast session one day.
So before I dive into it, because I feel like this is going to be a lot
I just bring somebody on. Y'all just roast them in the comments. But they have to be willing, or like if somebody I'm next to has to be willing.
Changed my life. And that is, you know it. Book of the Month. Book of the Month is a book subscription service where every month they release a new list of new releases that their team has vetted and chosen from the pile. A wide variety of genres has delivered me some of my favorite books, truly. For December, you can use the code HOLLY, HOLLY, to get your first book for $5.
I feel like I genuinely don't be needing a moderator because we be blaming these people. So when they come up here and they do this weird stuff.
Forced to read books, forced to read emails, which is what I was doing all day yesterday, so that's actually really appropriate. I got 2 books this month. I'm going to start with what is in the box. Also, you can gift Book of the Month. I just got 2 promo codes and some gift wrapping paper. That's so cute. And a bookmark. Oh my god. Okay, thank you, Bookmark.
Wow,
So,
John
the first
Wayne.
one I chose is called Dark Sister by Chrissy Demister. This is historical fiction, if I remember correctly.
Who cares about Tony Ayo? Is he paying anybody of our bills? No, we still got to get up and go to work.
Cursed Bridges Generations. Yes, it is about witches, multi-generational curses, and the cover is just creepy in the best way. My second book, I had a really difficult time. Go look at the December list because you too will have a difficult time. I ended up choosing this one. I'm not mad about it. I got
Wait, what was her?
Will Die. Bow before the god of
Bow before the god of ruin. Sorry. Fuck. Tony.
One of Cursed Bridges Generations. Yes, it is about witches, multi-generational curses, and the cover is just creepy in the best way. My second book, I had a really difficult time. Go look at the December list because you too will have a difficult time. I ended up choosing this one. I'm not mad about it. I got We Who Will Die.
happy birthday, Lena. I said happy birthday to you already. Obviously, I know that the camera is muted, y'all. Duh, I had to mute it. Hey, go run it up. What's up? So I've been looking for a book bag that opens up like a luggage, and I saw one that I wanted, but it's like $160. And I know I take care of my stuff, but I don't like ordering stuff online. It blows my mind. I like to touch stuff, feel stuff, go in the store. So I found this little cheap bag at Primark. So it has like two compartments in the front, and then it opens like luggage, and it's like this is perfect for me going to work because I don't have no stress on my back, and I love that. So I was like, okay, for $22. What I don't like is that it's not a structured bottom. It's very like flimsy. Now, me being me, I was thinking that what I could do is get a okay, get like a little like a board thing almost, and putting it at the bottom. Oh, can y'all hear me? Because I took the headphone out. And putting it at the bottom of, but it holds everything that I need for work. And today when I went to class, I had my iPad, and that was heavy. So I took the stuff out of my bag. I had my Go Yard tote bag. So I took everything out of there and I put it in there. And the instant relief from my shoulder, man, especially going to work at night, carrying my shoes, carrying my makeup sometimes, carrying, lotions, creams, all that stuff that we need. It's a lot on my shoulder. Not to mention me, I'm liable to have lunch in there. So, yeah. And then it was only $22. Yeah, that's how much. Yeah, I definitely feel like that. But Lord, why you so upset? Why you so upset? Niggas said hit dog holler every time. If you can't afford a monthly membership, just say that. uh, huh? It's good to see you too. Yeah. Sometimes it's not easy to be the bad person. And then again, it must be easy because so many fucking people be doing it.
Who shattered like Greco wrote, yeah. Oh,
I wanted to read a book with y'all, but life just didn't work the way it was supposed to.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh my god, like this bitch is a piece of shit.
Down below, including my link. I'm going to make a cup of tea because I feel like we're going to have to really lock in and talk. Because even though I didn't read as many books, out there, so I do ahead of time so that you're prepared for next week, so that we can just dive right in. So I am going to go make a pot of tea, but thank you so
Use a dark red one to match my scrunchie. Then make a slip knot. This is the easiest way to make using any hook into your elastic. And insert it in. Make sure not to work with the end of the yarn. And now just chain one. The next step is to make single crochets inside the elastic. So you kind of have to go around it with your hook and finish your single crochet. I made 35 single crochets in total for this elastic. You can make just to hide the elastic. However, I like to stretch the elastic by the end a little bit so that I can add more stitches. Then just slip stitch into the first single crochet and chain 3. Then you just place.
I think I made it. A keloid? Really? Am I no? That's not wrong. You know what else is worse? Your microcock. Damn, I told you. Ooh! That nigga be farting like a grown ass man after eating a bowl of smell like some died up there. Smell like something died in there. Oh my God. Shit, that baby right there. It smells like something crawled and died up in there. This is crazy. That's what it smells like. Though. Why did you think I have a beard? What? What you take me for? What you take me for? Yo, did y'all see that? Did y'all see this nesting time video? That girl was ungrateful. Ungrateful. My son don't eat that no name brand. What? Give me some great value cereal. What are you talking about? Especially if I'm not buying it. But I care. Your grandma bought Salisbury steak from the dollar store, from Family Dollars.
3 double crochets within each single crochet that you made before. So 3 double crochets in the same stitch. This is going to create the ruffles that you see on a scrunchie.
I don't know why you thought I had a beard, but I'm very hurt by that statement. 3 double crochets. Okay, I gotta see what double crochet is again because I forgot. So, baby, let me tell you. Oh my God, copyright infringement. I'm over here listening to a song. Is that good enough? Will you stop asking for kisses now? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Would I be an asshole for asking my sister to stop bringing her kids to my apartment unannounced?
No.
I'm a 34-year-old female and I live alone in a 1-bedroom apartment and I genuinely love my space. I moved into this place 2 years ago after a really exhausting period of my life and making it feel calm in mind has been a big deal for me. My sister, who's 38, lives about 25 minutes away and has 2 kids, a boy who just turned 6 and a girl who turned 4. I love them a lot. They're the sweetest kids, and I enjoy spending time with them when it's planned. The issue is that over the last few months, my sister has started just showing up, like texting me, "We're in the area, coming over," when they've already been in the car. Last Saturday, I was in the middle of
Just,
a work
hey, are you single?
deadline.
Are you seeing anybody?
Open, calls scheduled, and she just shows up with both kids and a bag of snacks like we had plans. I let them in because I felt like I had no choice and spent the next 2 hours trying to half work while her son kept asking me to play and her daughter knocked over my plan. I was so behind after that. When I brought it up gently later to my sister, kind of in a laughing way, she said, "You work from home. You're always there anyway." I know she's tired, and I know parenting 2 small kids is genuinely hard, and I have a lot of respect for that. My apartment is also my office and my one place where I can actually decompress. I haven't said anything directly yet because I don't want to make her feel like I don't want to see her and the kids, because I do, just on days where I can actually be present and not stressed out of my mind. Would it be wrong for having an actual conversation with her about calling ahead at least a day before? No. And you shouldn't make a habit of
Popping up at people's houses unannounced in general, even if it is family.
Look here, you gotta make it happen. Looking at
I'm not home.
No, I'm here physically. I'm not here mentally.
Or I would answer the door and I would grab my keys really quick and throw on some. Girl, I was just running out. Where are you going? I'm going to meet a friend.
People who work from home still have
Still
to
work. Yes, y'all have got to stop that. Just because people work from home don't mean they're not like actually working. They are very much working. They're in an office. It's just at home.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think that's wild. That's absolutely wild. Would I be an asshole for asking?
This nigga just don't.
I look a mess, but I put in the filter on. Let's dress this now. Everyone's saying this is unrealistic, despite me literally posing, but they hate the way that I drew the leg and the ankle, so I'm going to prove to you that is in fact realistic. I'm also a pre-physical therapy student, so we're going to take this as a little lesson in anatomy. No hate here. I think some people just need to be enlightened. And also I have like really short shorts up here, but I'm just going to hold this down. First thing you should know, I was a gymnast for 10 years. I also did dance, and I did calisthenics. Basically, in summary, I'm very athletic and flexible. So when her legs bend back like this is like not an exaggeration. My legs literally bend back like that. My legs do that too. They both do it. Because my coach is sat on them. So that's the first thing. Because having a point like this, where your leg kind of bends out, is like really cherished, I guess, in that type of community. She's kind of on releve, which is basically on your toes. Now, I am in a practice that's not going to look good, but like when your feet are up like this and they bend out, like that's a thing that like a really experienced dancer can do. That's not crazy. Her bending down like that is normal. I can do that, but I can also do it on my toes like she's doing. This is perfectly realistic. This is just being on releve and then bending down. Like this is not, and then she literally puts her arm out like that, and then her legs are up and they bend. People were telling me that it was like anatomically incorrect, and it's not. I'm just really flexible. And for people telling me not to dress it, it's just another way for me to flex and also make content, like filler content. It does not hurt my feelings. Like I can just turn the screen off like Tyler the Creator said. So don't worry about me. I look a mess, but I put in the filter.
I look a mess, but I'm putting a filter on. Difficulties getting my mail in Japan because I'm single?
There's no husband. This is my house. Anyways, welcome to the world of buying an Akia in Japan. So I'm in my own kitchen, minding my own business, making my coffee. Shout out to 4 p.m. Coffee Gang. And the Japan Post guy comes in. He was just like, "Hi, is this your name?" In Japanese, no English. And I was like, yes, watashi. Like, that is me. This is from the city of Yokohama. This is my health insurance bills. And he says, I have to give this to the head of the house. He goes, "Can you just move in?" Very local area, so he probably notices when things change. But I was like, yes, I just moved in. He looks the house up and down. It's a pretty big house, but it was cheap because it's Japan. I kid you not, this guy's like refusing to give the envelope to me, like he's holding it here, but he won't let go. And he thinks I'm misunderstanding what head of household means, and he's just like, is your husband here? He didn't say, is your husband here, but says, do you have a husband? Which is your husband here? Keep in mind, we're speaking in Japanese, and I'm giving like one-word responses, because even though I can fully understand what you're saying, I might not be able to reply in full sentences every time, especially if it's a quick interaction. So he just keeps kind of repeating himself, because I guess he's thinking like, oh, she doesn't understand what I'm saying. He's getting a little frustrated at this point. He hands me a piece of paper, and he says, can you write down the names of everyone who lives in this house? As he's looking it up and down again. At this point, I realize he's not understanding me at all, of me saying, like, I'm the only one. I keep saying, like, hitori, 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 watashi dake, watashi dake. And he gives me the thing. So I write down my name in katakana. He hears noises behind me, so he says, like, it's just you. I kind of laugh, and I'm like, hi, watashi to watashi no inu dake. He's still looking confused. He hands me the envelope, and he walks away. And it wasn't until I get inside that I realized it's from the city of Yokohama. But it's like an important thing that you have to hand off to the owner of the house. So yes, he's just doing his job. Yes, there's a language barrier. But the fact that I had to explain in 3 different ways, including written, I just had an interaction where I don't know if I should be mad or not. There's no husband.
I would be mad. How do you pluck a plucky? What?
checking out books written by authors who have my same first name. For those of you who don't know, my first name is actually F. Scott, so this should be very easy. Just kidding, my name is Adam. It was actually not as easy as you'd think, so off the top of my head, there's one author I know of for sure with my name, and that's Adam Silvera. I didn't want to be basic and get his most popular book, so I got History Is All You Left, which follows Griffin as he struggles with grief after the sudden death of his ex-boyfriend Theo. While coping with obsessive thoughts and painful memories, Griffin forms an unlikely bond with Theo's current boyfriend as they both try to understand their loss. Nothing brings people together like
No, I'm just fat.
This book sounds intense and also kind of messy, which is a beautiful combination. The next book is by Adam Johnson, The Orphan Master's Son, which follows June Doe, a North Korean orphan who grows up under a harsh regime and becomes a soldier, kidnapper, and spy for the state. As he rises through the system and takes on a powerful new identity, the story explores propaganda, brutality, and sacrifice within one of the world's most oppressive societies. I love when a book takes such a brutal situation and highlights the beauty beneath, because we all know how North Korea is. Wait, why is it bleeping my words? I can't say North Korea is? Can I at least say that this book won a Pulitzer Prize? Okay, that seems fine. Well, before Kim Jong-un takes down my account, let's keep going. The final book is Last Days by Adam Neff. Last Days follows a documentary filmmaker hired to investigate a long-defunct cult known as the Temple of the Last Days. As he uncovers disturbing footage, hidden history, and terrifying supernatural events, the investigation pulls him and his crew into a growing...
I hope she ain't slapping the kid.
So I was really hoping to find an Adam who writes a relaxing cookbook. Instead, it's grief, dictatorship, and cults. Great stuff, Adam.
Oh, I do look pregnant. Okay, no, I'm just fat. It's not even like shape.
We're doing next. Maybe next time we settle on a non-tenuous beach read. Oh, that's been vetoed.
Is
Good
that
to know. Let me know
better?
in the comments if
There
you've
we
read
go.
any
That's
books by an
better.
author with your same first name. For more library book clubs just like this video and follow my account. Today I'm at the library
I
and I'm
don't
only
even think
checking
they
out
have
books
an
written by
author
authors
with
who have
my
my...
first name. Okay, I came up here to see what a double crochet looked like because I forgot. Okay.
So we started off the month in a rather rocky
If someone calls you fat, just ignore them. You're bigger than that. That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
I can't just like every 5 minutes
That's
here
a good
and there
one, though.
read when I've got the time. I need to like read in hour-long swaths. Okay, so the first couple books that I read, I picked with intention because I knew that I could read them somewhat casually. Here we go. I can't, I'm honestly just scared to talk about this first one because if Shelby is watching, if anybody from my Ireland trip, my trip in November is watching, we accidentally started a little book club. I think it was like the very first day. We were on the bus. We were talking about, I don't know how it came up, but all of a sudden I overhear Shelby talking about this book. And we all were like, for various reasons, we're like, we gotta read this. I simply need to know what this is about. That book is fan service. Our trip was, it was like a super blood moon or something like that. So what better occasion, what better time to read a werewolf romantic comedy than...
He's not a real werewolf. He just played one on TV.
Rom-com about a, basically think of like a CW show. I was picturing Teen Wolf the entire time. So kind of that kind of TV show, right? Like almost a Teen Wolf, supernatural, Vampire Diaries kind of vibe. Okay, we are following...
It's crazy because the older I get, the more I realize I want to be nothing like what I thought I wanted to be.
And it's like a detective werewolf supernatural show. The details don't matter, but that's who he is. And then we also follow his biggest fan, like the person
Hey,
who
boo,
runs
what's
the
up?
wiki. Okay, the person who knows every detail, every bit of lore, probably better, definitely better than the actual people involved in the project themselves. Okay, that show has ended. It's been a few years. All of the other cast members have gone on to have like successful acting careers, but the star of our show has remained.
No, I know that getting old is a part of life. I'm cool with that. I'm just saying, like, the things I felt like I wanted to be when I was young, it's like, no, you don't. You don't want to be that.
Nobody takes him seriously. What happens when
I don't
he
even.
starts noticing that he might, in fact, be a werewolf in real life? He's been like gunning for a revamp of this show. He's like, it's time. Everybody's watching the revamps. Like, we're getting Buffy. We're getting this. We're getting that. Like, he's really, really pushing for it. And so when he
I'm still hard. Well, you better thug it the fuck out over there with your little greasy ass computer with your fucking sticky keys.
like these marketing stunts are getting embarrassing, so he needs help. So he's just a giant laughing stock.
he realizes the only person that can help him understand his newfound wolf powers is his biggest fan, the owner of the wiki, the person who understands how the werewolf in the context of his world works. And so he gets into contact with her. Turns out, though, they have a history because, again, biggest fan, she went to a con or like something where she could meet him and overheard him saying something mean. You know, she came in costume, right? And basically being like, damn, I hope that she outgrows that really embarrassing phase that she's in. You know, he said, I think he said something a little bit meaner, like, wow, so pathetic. I'm glad I was nice to her because certainly nobody else did. Or some, you know, something like that. So she has been scarred by this, has sworn off of him, even though she definitely had like a giant poster of him in her room. But she, of course, agrees to help him out. And over the course of this, are people like this book. And I do think, like, if you love that kind of thing, like, if you were a Teen Wolf girl or something like that, I think you would really like this. Just for me, that was never my shtick. I never really liked the kind
I don't watch Teen Wolf.
You could get me to is, like,
Yo, I just
City of Bones. That was, like, the closest I got to, like, camp.
remember like the CW, like when CW was CW, like for us.
Anyway, you have to go into it knowing that it's
Oh, I pulled it up on my phone.
and knowing that like this is really dumb. My issue
Some
was
CW shows.
like either character, and sometimes that works. I think actually, yeah, I think we'll even talk about it. Like there are a couple books in this month that I read where I didn't like the characters, but sometimes I can get over that and like the story.
Reading
This was
Rainbow.
one where I just didn't like the
Okay.
characters, and like it barred me from liking anything else. I think that, like, again, knowing
All of them aren't correct, but Supernatural, definitely Charmed, because
our main girl is also
what was life without Charms? Like
or like a vet tech and stuff.
Hyper Phoebe and Paige.
She's really passionate about racehorses that are retired and are literally being put out to pasture.
No.
And is that not exactly what the
Hyper Phoebe and Prue.
Like this hot young
Yeah, I know.
like no longer good at his
Paige is the new younger sister that their daddy had.
Pasture. And so she's like simultaneously
And they had to convince her.
like poor old horses, but then she now finds herself another poor old horse. And it's just like, so in that sense, I think it was well thought out, very funny. The smut was absolutely laughable, not for me. This book just in general wasn't for me, but I see who it's for, and I appreciated that.
Smallville.
Especially under the context of the full moon, and it actually set.
I loved me some Smallville. I'm not even gonna lie.
So super glad I read it.
Somebody save me. I'm waiting, hoping. Somebody save. Whoa. I'm waiting for you. Why does that?
Excellent cover though. So that's how I started.
Damn, I need to watch some Smallville. Smallville had 10 seasons. That was a lot. I wonder whatever happened to that. Oh, I seen him the other day talking about it. Angel. I liked Angel. Angel was only 5 seasons, and Buffy was only 7 seasons. I feel like they could have strung out Buffy a little longer. They ain't have to do Buffy like that. But they're supposed to be making a new Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I don't really know how that's going to work. Because, like, they did everything that they had to do. But Sarah Michelle Gellar is supposed to actually be working on it with them. So that it's, like, for real. Do you guys remember One Tree Hill?
Like a prince, but he's some kind of, upper echelon of society kind of guy. They decide to
Dawson's Creek.
Essentially the selection. We're essentially watching The Bachelor. And she is brought in because they did this whole thing last year trying to find this dude bride, except one of the contestants died. And it was maybe an accident, but probably not. We have another boy who is very close to the guy who is trying to find a bride, right? His best friend has pulled
Do I like white guys? White people are cool.
girl into the competition.
I didn't watch Roswell. Did you guys watch Roswell? I didn't watch that. Oh, here we go. Try and stop me, I'll divorce you. Okay. Gilmore Girls, obviously. Sabrina the Teenager. Yeah, the main character, Dawson's Creek, passed away. Yeah, it was so sad. Also, the doctor from Grey's Anatomy, he died too. Eric Dane. Yeah. He had ALS. I think that it was pretty good until we got to the end where things are really supposed to vamp up and she's being chased and, you know, it's he was only like 58 or something. And that part in particular. Him and his wife were in the process of getting a divorce, but because he took a turn for the worse, she canceled her divorce request. Shit, you about to get it all anyway. I hate to say it like that, but I didn't watch Grey's Anatomy. I've like seen an episode. The OG ER? That's different. That's different. I did like the banter between our main girl and the boy whose sister died, because it's like a classic enemies to lovers sort of thing. He's just like a little curmudgeon and really annoying. Let's see. I know we're not supposed to talk about this show, but Seventh Heaven. Who's Isaiah Washington? Something I don't really know that much about is kind of the rise of the Bachelor kind of content that we're seeing in Girls Gone Wild commercials. Robin Bird on Channel 33. Robin just be sitting there with her big old tits out. You just have the girls with them big jumbo knockers. It's just like, oh my goodness. And they would strip. I was like, that's what a penis is? This is crazy. I remember one time my brother went out the room and went in the bathroom, and me and my friend Alasia, we turned the channel to Robin Bird, and he was like, turn that shit off. I know what that music sounds like. And I was like, why do you know what the music sounds like? You was watching Isaiah. Isaiah, you was watching Robin. Good morning. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I ain't gonna lie. I used to love Seventh Heaven. They was like my Christian family. It's crazy. I wonder what happened to the characters, the cast from that show. I don't think I ever seen them or anything else, except for Jessica Biel. We saw her in everything. That was her breakout role. And broke out she did. In the fantasy and sci-fi section, they had like a blind date with a book. The older brother, he was in what scary movie was that? Boogeyman. That was a horrible remake. So good. Like every blurb, I needed to know. And the first year I went in, I'm traveling carry-on. I've got one little backpack. I did not have room. I already had 2 books that I was buying. Didn't want to pick up more, so I hesitated. And in that moment of hesitation, somebody took the 2 that I was interested in. Instead of purchasing the book and finding out the correct way, I went to the guy at the cash register, and I was like, sir, I must know. I need to know. Because when I posted on my story, so many of you guys also wanted to know. So this is one. This is the one that was described as Barbie Blade Runner. And I never got so many DMs for requesting what the hell that was. Oh, wow, this is them. I asked, I found the book, I purchased the book, I read the book. It is 13 Ways to Kill Lulabelle Rock. I'll just say, okay. I'm glad that I bought it for you. Beverly Mitchell. She's a reverend? So the 13 Ways to Kill Lulabelle Rock is about a actress named Lulabelle Rock who has cloned herself. In this society, it's like really easy to clone people. So she has cloned herself 13 or 12 times to do like various silly things. So, you know, as an actress, a lot of parties you need to go to, a lot of, you know, whatever.
So she has clones for each thing. So she has a party clone that just like only.
He was so cute. All the girls used to love him.
Interesting hobbies and can like talk to people about things and like maybe she'll
And
write
now
a
he's
book,
bald.
you know, so that Lulabelle can just like
Maybe like, and now he's bald.
exist. She makes a 13th clone to
Okay.
kill off her clones because now it's kind of gauche to have a lot of clones of yourself. It used to be that like overexposure was almost the cool thing.
I think the
And
last
now,
thing
so,
he
like,
was
as we
in
know,
was
social
Super
media,
8.
it's cooler to be like offline and mysterious. And like you don't actually
Yeah.
need to be at parties and you don't actually need to be, you know. So
Yeah.
she wants to kill off all her clones. And so
Oh,
she makes
no.
a final clone.
There's
to
other
be-
stuff. Okay.
And so we just basically
Oh, he was a
follow
vampire
this
then?
clone
Wow.
number 13 who goes and, you know, systematically
Keeps on
kills off
bones? What the fuck
all
are
of
they?
these clones.
Okay, anyway.
Unremarkable, I
Whatever.
think, is the only thing I can say
Yeah.
about it. Forget. They tried to do things
Yeah, these
like,
were the good old
something
days when
like it's
Scooby
brought
Doo
up
was
in
the
Never Let Me
original.
Go, which is a book that I love by Kazuo Ishiguro, questioning like what makes a soul, what makes something.
Let's see, what other
like
shows?
Never Let Me Go, it was looking at if something can
Freakazoid.
if something can express emotion through art, is that proof of the soul kind of thing. In this one, it brought up like, oh, one of them likes poetry or one of them writes poetry. Can I still?
Oh, yeah, I remember All of Us with Lisa Ray and that man that took all her money, Dwayne Martin, or took all his wife's money.
Nothing stuck with me.
I was watching Jackie Chan Adventures a couple weeks ago.
This one, yeah, really forgettable.
Static Shock.
Airplane, not much to say. If I wasn't reading it on the airplane, I would have DNF'd it a lot faster. But it was short. I think it was like 100-something pages. Yeah.
The Sylvester and Tweety series.
Okay. Next up, I'm so excited to talk about this. I already made a
Ozzy and Drix. I remember that.
because I simply.
Oh yeah, I remember Parenthood.
What happened to me reading this book? How do I even begin? So we are talking about a book called All
Yeah, I remember Parenthood.
PR. You know me, I read rom-coms on the airplane. I had a 13-hour flight, 12. I had a 12-hour flight.
I ain't gonna lie, Jay used to watch Reba.
I went to this book for help. I saw it. I think it was from like a TikTok or something. I heard the
Yo, you know what was my shit though?
like, yes,
SWAT Cats.
Thank you so much. I will take this. I guess I didn't pay attention.
I really liked SWAT Cats.
All of the genres that were listed, what subcategory of romance this belonged to, because I was flabbergasted reading this book by the turns that were taken. So let me tell you what I thought this book was about, what it is about, just lacking a few details. So this takes place in a world in which there are superheroes, villains, and like normal humans. The way that the superheroes and villains work, I would liken it to like a professional sports team. So you just exist as a person with superpowers, and then depending on which contract you like, who offers you the most money, the best package, you might become a villain, you might become a superhero, you can switch teams, okay? And so
you
it's
can
like this
switch
constant battle.
teams.
There's like, I think 28 or something like that. There's like 28 people with superpowers, and so sometimes there's more villains, sometimes there's more heroes, you know? So the world is very concerned, right, with every time somebody switches a team, because it could literally mean, are we living in Armageddon or are we safe? And so we follow our main girl, who is the head of a small PR firm, and they have just won the contract to be the PR firm that represents the brand new superhero that everybody's interested in. And the superhero has kind of a bad rep. He's borderline villainous. He's a curveball. So being his PR team is huge. Like,
Superheroes having PR is crazy.
Seamless and have him be
Like, what? They don't got time to think about this. They're trying to figure out they're going to die quick. Or how immortal they really are. Or can they fly into the sun and survive? You think Superman can fly into the sun and survive? Because I feel like he should be able to, right?
This is coming from an author that writes a lot of like either dark fantasy or like alien.
Yeah, Adult Swim. The fact that they don't have Cartoon Network anymore is so weird.
Not my style. I'm going to talk about this book.
Like, who would take away that company? Like, the evil TV people.
And then things that Okay, so in terms of my taste,
The adults needed Adult Swim. We've been watching it in the shadows for years. We finally get to watch it as adults, and you guys take it away.
He doesn't want to be near her. He's almost violent. Like he's.
I finally get to say, "Get out! I'm watching Adult Swim," and you want to take it away.
Their second meeting is
Some
also
bullshit.
super abrasive and like doesn't speak in full sentences, which is something that I think I'll talk about in more of like the actual issues I had with the writing style. But just in terms of taste, like absolutely a walking red flag. Then we get into a fake marriage / fake dating situation. Basically, they enter into a PR relationship to kind of try and boost his image, but he only wants her. He only wants our main girl to be his wife. So they have to move in together, whatever. He's just really horrible to her and to kind of everyone. It's one of those toxic things where he's like, nobody touches my girl. Like, you don't look at her raw. Like, she is baby, which is not to my taste, not my big thing. So I was going to write it off as like, oh, this is just like a love interest that I don't appreciate.
So this is how the scrunchie's coming out so far, guys. I'm about halfway done.
One thing I didn't mention is that these are not just humans with superpowers. These are aliens who got dropped onto Earth as children. His different colors, like pink. It might change colors depending on how he's feeling. There might be spikes involved, inflatable body parts that might vibrate, and it was so much to read on an airplane. When I thought I was getting like Superman Lois Lane story, I was getting like alien. Was not to my taste in terms of writing style. I also really didn't like it. So, for example, like with fans. You have projectile vomit, but you're but it was there were so I have no idea who was there, who's talking, where we are physically. Like it did time pass? Like it was.
I'm gonna go to bed after I finish this scrunchie, guys.
Sense in like time or space for me. Who
1-on-1. Sorry, I don't know where that came from.
Then we have her 5 family members, 3 brothers who you also could really tell who was who. They are. Mom also says some weird shit. Like, there's definitely a point in which, like, just because
I could watch what on the internet?
are discussing, like, maybe we should have locked those children up in cages when they were babies. Like,
I'm Jay. I'm 49. I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
As normal as an alien kid could be, but there were definitely people who were like, it would.
I don't think I've ever fucked a nigga named Jay.
In a facility and whatever. And there is definitely a point where her mom is like much more conservative, and her mom was like, "Yeah, we really And she's like, yeah, honestly, maybe he would have been better if he was raised in a cage.
What's going on?
He just says WANNA.
Oh, when they used to do like the Disney Channel thing, do they still do that? Like, I'm Raven Simone, you're watching Disney Channel.
He would drop his pronouns, and I was like,
Do they still do that?
Also, this is my last thing, but like, this is another case of like, allegedly the girl is really great at her job. I wanted to see a competent.
Yeah, Mickey and he's always been some shit.
The world.
Nothing will ever be funnier than him getting everybody on the beach to do that dumbass dance.
Like the whole
Influence is a motherfucker.
There see a lot of trauma, but that makes her like freeze and actually see she can't like she literally the very first she was posting and she just and the only reason I get the PR contract the superhero is like in love with her. You never see her be good either. She's literally just like she has she freezes up. She it's just
I don't know. I gotta ask your mom if I should swallow. She's a professional here.
The writing and the world building and the characters just like missed. Like not to be spoilery, so you can. I'll give you a timestamp. Like I just want to tell you like a couple horrible things.
I miss Jungle Punch.
He calls her a bitch. He reads.
I miss the real Hubba Bubba. It's used to the jug. Used to pour the gum out. It only lasted for like 10 minutes, but that shit was like so sweet.
Which
I never even heard that book.
I'm gonna be real, kind of a bad month for reading. I read Fallen City.
Oh, the ice cream bar.
Which
Yeah, with the bubble gum.
Really, really love Fable. If you like the kind of fantasy. Authors that I like her both young adult and her. She wrote very excited for her new. She was coming back to young adult fantasy. I was expecting like another namesake, something like that. We get the Fallen. Unique situation. I was interested in the world. It was simply inspired. I think they wear togas at one point. I don't know. Anyway, like a kind of Greco-Roman feel. And we are dropped in the middle of the story where we have had a revolution, and there is the whole government and like the kind of elites, and then we have the who are now surrounded.
What's that shit? The
people of
the Powerpuff Girl Ices.
Final attack
With the bubblegum eyes. That's what it was.
This book is
Spider-Man.
final battle.
Was it Pikachu?
The before is
It shit used to be $1. All you needed was $1. That shit is $5 fucking right now.
people who are in the government on like the upper and of course they're like from
That truck give out
like each other like
tetanus anyway.
okay
Tetanitis, whatever.
light bulb moment where they realize
We don't give a fuck how dirty that truck is. We still gonna eat from it.
and so they pledge to realize that even if they do is born they kind of feel betrayed, so it's not that simple. There's also like some kind of magic and like discombobulated way. Like it was told.
The T app? I haven't been on it in a long time.
Boy before, girl before, boy now.
But you know why? It's because the other states are using it more than we are. Because every guy got a girl that got the T app that could see what he doing on there.
Really messy. I / religion works in terms of like government bad. It really just it wasn't anything deeper than a relationship other than has a friend who was like almost we never really feel it because we're constantly like that it would have ruined me. Like something about having dual POV, dual timeline, and they are just like POV even.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a miss for me only because compelling enough to get me to want to continue. Other than like, gee, I hope that our
Okay.
yeah, not enough of anything.
Not my finger.
Slip stitch into the first stitch that you made, and then you just cut the yarn and you're done with this part. Use this method to make slip knots. It's so easy. And let's insert it into our scrunchie. With your hook, just chain one and into the same stitch, make a single crochet. Then, just make one single crochet in each stitch. You're single stitch and go all the way around until you're done with this row. In the end, you are going to slip stitch in the first stitch as always, and then just weave in the ends and you're done with the scrunchie. What color combinations would you try this with? Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna teach you how to crochet this scrunchie. Take an elastic to match my scrunchie, then make a slip knot. This is the easiest way to make a slip knot without using any hook. Then you into your elastic. So just grab it with your hook and insert it in. Make sure not to work. The next step is to make single crochets inside the elastic. So you kind of have to go around it with your hook, single crochet. I made total for this elastic. You can make as many single crochets as you want. The goal is just to hide the elastic. However, I like to stretch the elastic by the end a little bit so that I can add more stitches. And chain 3. Then
Okay, this is what the scrunchie looks like. I gotta hear from you. This is gonna be so fucking cute.
You have to do your taxes.
It's me just sitting here smiling because I'm fucking goofy.
And like being in this gang, I think that our author researched quite enough in terms of like what it is to be an undercover cop or like what it is to be. To be fair, she was like put under the protection of one of the higher ups, who of course are romantically. But it just felt a little bit like, is no one checking on? Like she's like a brand new recruit, and she's just like living in the lap of luxury, like getting breakfast in bed every morning. Like it was really kind of silly.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Right?
Oh, thank you.
He's misunderstood, etc., etc., etc. So the point in which we realize that he is misunderstood and like etc., etc., etc. His case not strong. Because I just cannot get behind home. Like that's not a spoiler, right? Like that's just how a story is told. When that happened, I was like, oh, God. And I was like, damn, this is pages of a book, like in my first go, like my first inhale, is like 100 pages of that story. So So
Well,
I would love to hear if you accept. Another author that I like, again, back when I was just getting back into reading, back into fantasy, I really like the Lunar Chronicles. It was a fun time. Into the fairy tale retellings. The Lunar Chronicles is Rumpelstiltskin recently. All the time because it's a duology.
I don't have that small of a needle though.
Okay, how do you
I don't even have that small of a thread.
Today we're talking about her newest one,
These
which
people,
is a
they're so creative.
retelling the house Sapphire.
This is the thinnest thread that I have.
However, their powers are kind of wonky and she can stand is her whole shtick. And her and her sister are running like various schemes. So it was actually kind of funny. Like, and she has like all of these little like traps, but she genuinely is able to talk to the ghost. It was funny. It was a vibe. I'm fine with it. Then she gets asked.
All right, I'm gonna go to bed, guys.
Perform an exorcism on a house. Someone finds
It
her
was
and
so
is like,
much
"You're a witch.
fun.
I need you. Please come to
I enjoy spending my time with you
and
guys.
second he mentions that,
Okay.
no. This is a wet
You like one of those guys in the club that said they fucked and then the girl don't even know them.
like unironically, not like the other girl, which is frustrating.
Okay.
You don't know the
I want it
background.
to be.
Last year, when did it come out?
Oh, fuck. I forgot.
So I read Six Deaths of a Saint, I guess, in
What?
we are seeing it through the lens of a historian. I would look at Six Deaths of a Saint as I don't know. I've had like so many like very meta experiences with this book. So
Oh, sick.
I'm really obsessed with his nation's because I don't want to spoil anything because I think the Deaths of a Saint. This is a story. I was like, oh, okay, really the point, especially just the way in which I read. If I can read a book in one go,
Y'all are having a delusional conversation about pussy that he never got. What the fuck is going on?
to what agenda? Like in the context of a culture, of a
What
country,
type of
like
weird shit
especially
is
for
that?
America, like the stories that we tell ourselves. It just I'm still partial to the short story.
I can't tell you what time exactly
this is an
though.
absolutely perfect book. It got a little like,
Yo, isn't that crazy? We got a Friday the 13th this month, and we had one last month. 2 back to back. When is the last time that happened? I am nothing, baby. You are not affiliated. I do not know you.
Weight Loss by Hims offers access to a variety of options for weight
Just
loss.
because I'm not
Like access
paying
to
what y'all saying
compounded
no attention,
GLP-1 injections,
don't
or
mean I'm just
injection-free
letting it
options
slide.
like oral medication kits. Simple.
You sir are
Care
weirdo.
included at no and prescribed through Hims. Your weight loss provider. No insurance required. No in-person visits. 100%.
What are y'all up doing right now? Y'all getting ready for work? Some of y'all been here all night. I can't. Y'all got to be at work. It's no way.
it happened. So thank you, Alexi Hero, for that gorgeous.
You're right, babe.
I
That's
don't think
crazy.
everyone's gonna love this, and so if you didn't like, lasting first, maybe. I wasn't the audience for this book. I get that. But
Okay.
the actual story, it was just so boring.
This light is going up. Spend $100 first, nigga. Fuck out of here.
Get some hot. My tea is now. This was a short story by Alex E. Harrow, and it
I'm seeing T.I. let him know in my head. Nigga said that was a long phone call. Yes, when people talk about their feelings, the phone calls are usually not short.
if not that story.
Oh my goodness. I gotta go. I'm trying to let it get to 240 minutes so it could be like flat, but I'm pushing it for real.
Like we are part of the story because we are readers of the same book as. I've had like so many like very meta experiences with this book. So The Everlasting, we follow a historian. Figures of like a warrior. You don't know what is fact and fiction, even the historian. Go too far into it because I don't want to spoil anything because I think the reading.
So when y'all getting off here,
Okay. Like if we had done it one more time, I would have been
what y'all be doing?
tired.
Just going on somebody else's stream?
Especially just the way
You know, Instagram? What y'all be
I
doing?
like to read. I can read a book in one go.
This is always the hard part, making the double crochets.
We tell ourselves to.
Wow, so you just go from girls live to girls live.
How it is kind of
Just saying you fuck.
I don't want to go too far into it, but having this kind of war hero.
Okay, this is your thing. When you're not on, I just troll other pages. You know what? Why?
To attempt this and ruin it. I still think that the short story is stronger just because it was like,
That's
you know,
not
the fact that
nice.
she did what she did and
YouTube ain't been popping since the Diddy trial. Cause
but
ain't
I
nobody got
admit
nothing to talk about.
about comparing it to the short story.
If it ain't something going majorly wrong in somebody else's life, they ain't got nothing to talk about. They ain't got no sustenance.
So
I'm gonna come back on tomorrow. If not, when I go to school, then after.
I really think I would have just like given up reading. It happened. So thank you.
YouTube ain't been popping since the Diddy trial. I'm really dying.
Very lyrical.
That is mad funny.
Again, very repetitive. So you didn't like.
Well, I'm gonna sleep in the morning. It's 7, so I want to wake up at like 2.
Freedom, possibly been given land, something of that sort when the war is over, win or lose, okay? Obviously, they've lost. And our main character very quickly climbed the ranks. He became very close to
Nothing
his
too serious.
captain or lieutenant, who didn't have children and passed away quite tragically due to something that happened in the war. He needed an amputation, didn't get it in time, kind of thing. He has left all of his inheritance to our main character. They are on the boat to England when our friend passes away. So initially in his mind, he's thinking, I'm going to go with my friend to meet with my lawyers, meet with my family, and explain the situation. Then I'm going to pass away, right? And he will just, my friend and his sister will go on and live with my inheritance, right? Because he passed away, our main character is now a black man in England in the 1700s with a little piece of paper saying, I'm gonna have all of this white man's money. Absolutely not. So through a series of horrible things that happens, he and his sister that is just crime ridden. You're essentially homeless, and you do horrible things to make ends meet. So I got to that point where I felt like the story was really gonna get going, and I realized that attention
I'm
span
feeling better now.
absolutely not there. I pulled it together.
I can't wait for y'all to help me in my homework.
But really, like, I've had so much.
Okay, so this has been so much fun.
Incredibly dark.
Don't pay my sarcasm no mind.
Sexual assault And
I
just
will
like
see you guys later
in the first 20% of the book, he has
when
gone
I
from
finish
like
class.
potentially having a great future. He has great friends,
So
to having literally nothing, like not even his clothes. So yeah, it was just like I knew it was.